Michelle Malkin is a syndicated columnist and author, and she joins us tonight. Michelle, thanks very much for coming on. I think a lot of things about this, but one of them is that the rest of us are deprived an interesting debate over the issues when that debate is shut down on the basis of immutable characteristics. You know, you're this color, the person you're talking about is that color, no more conversation. We don't even get to hear what the issues are.
Yeah, it is cheating the American public of a true, honest, and vigorous debate on very important policy matters. And I also feel a little bit left out, Tucker, because this immunity shield is only provided to certain privileged women of color who claim a certain ideology. Over the last 25 centuries, I've never had this privilege. Who's handing out the Wonder Woman bracelets that can deflect all bullets of criticism? Because I've never gotten one. And it's that double standard of the attacks that women and people of color who are conservative or limited government or libertarian never enjoy that Ilhan Omar has. And it's not just the left that claims this privilege for these radical, racist, hateful women like Ilhan Omar. Unfortunately, you've got enablers in the Beltway who call them conservatives, like Jennifer Rubin at the Washington Post, carrying water for these people. And you look at the hearing today that you showed a little clip of. What was that? It was coordinated kabuki theater. Code Pink has achieved its dream of having essentially an ideological intern now sitting on the other side of the aisle carrying water for them. Amazing.
What I find so striking, though, is that if you're making the argument that people of one color should be allowed to say one thing, and people of another color can't say that thing because of their color, that's by definition a racist argument. You are a racist if you are making that argument, again, by definition. And yet it's the same people who make that argument who are always denouncing everyone else as racists.
Yeah.
What do you make of that?
Well, you know, I've diagnosed this, at least online, as what I call Silicon Valley Sharia. Because the perfect example, of course, is that Ilhan Omar is allowed to tweet these heinous, vile things, while a Jewish woman who was the first to criticize her before she was elected, when people should have been listening, Laura Loomer, is banned from Twitter. This is insanity when you have Louis Farrakhan, I guess a man of color, who's allowed to call Jews termites on Twitter. He's still on Twitter, and Ilhan Omar is still on Twitter, and the brave critics of jihad and this narrowing of what's allowed in public debate are increasingly being deplatformed. And it is because these people on the left smell fear, Tucker Carlson, that they've been able to get away with it.
Well, I totally agree with that. And it's because the cowardice of a lot of people in Washington who should be defending their people and the right to speak honestly in public have run away and caved. I agree with that completely, Michelle Malkin. Thank you for saying that. Michelle Malkin, as always.